Hello, bonjour, Savan. How are we today? It is Friday, April the 11th, 2025, here in southwestern Ontario, Canada, by the beautiful shores of Lake Huron. I think the snowstorm of the last 2 days is done. It's sunny, blue sky. Don't see that there's much of a wind. And the snow is now gone as well as the rain. So, looking good here. I've been feeling all morning this energy of this full moon in Libra tomorrow. It's also Venus coming out of her retrograde and moving direct. Venus rules Libra, as we know, we've talked about this. Venus is love and finance. Libra is about equality, fairness, diplomacy, mediation, being balanced. It's mainly about relationship, though. So with a full moon, which is a wrap-up or completion, along with Venus now going direct, it's kind of like a double whammy in regards to all of our relationships across the board, no matter what type or what kind they are. There's going to be some momentum there that's going to allow us to finish up with some of our other relationships that we've had in the past. So as we always hear, the past cannot last. It gets shifted into the past. So it's not a part of us at some point anymore. It doesn't get to drag us down as it did before. So if you are in some type or sort of relationship where you're not feeling really, really good, like you're not feeling supported, you're not feeling truly loved, truly seen, you've adapted to each other, but it doesn't really feel like this is the best that it could be, maybe it's time to reevaluate that relationship, whether it's friends, family, lovers, whatever, co-workers, whatever type of relationship that you are in. And we're always in some sort of relationship, aren't we? Even when I go dancing and socializing, there's a relationship amongst the dancers. Okay, I'm talking about the singles. The married people usually stick to each other as a couple and dance with themselves. But the singles are always moving in and out of dancing with each other and of forming relationship and then dispersing them or breaking them up. They break apart. So it doesn't matter whether you go to work and you only work with one other person. That is still a relationship. You have parental relationships, unless you're older, like moi, and your parents are, they've passed over. You have siblings. You even have children. Some of us have children here. And maybe grandchildren. There are times when we have to cross a threshold of time where it doesn't align anymore with our highest good. So there are times when we have to realign to a higher dimensional line of time. This is one of those times. We're breaking the mold now. We're not surrendering to the old. We're not going to be there, done that anymore. It's past. It's behind us. It's gone. So move on. So when you get the nudge or the feeling or the intuitive knowing that you've gone above and beyond the call of duty with whomever those relationships are involved with and to, you can actually move through them and on to your next set of partnerships and friendships and alignments in the higher light. In other words, those who are matching your frequency of higher light. So unless the old partnerships, old relationships shift and move along with you, you're going to be leaving them behind. It's a sad time. I have been feeling for some time now, leading up to this crescendo, that we're going to lose a lot of our previous loving relationships because they were more involved with just the mind and not the third eye mind. So there was a dimensionality of us that was third eye blind. We couldn't see it at the time. But now we've grown up. We see past all the subterfuge. We see past all of the old reframing in our old thought waves. We see it. We get it. We understand it. We know it. Deep within our being, our psyche, whatever you want to call it. Deep inside of us, there is a well of knowledge and experience and understanding that we're not even tapping into just yet. But for those of us who have come in to lead the way, we've already accomplished that here. We're the way showers. We help you see. We help you to wake up. We help you to vibrate at a higher frequency of thought so you can see it. So it does now make sense. But for those who are just waking up now and just experiencing spiritual thoughts, higher thoughts, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to pass through these relationships and on to the next set of relationships, because that's what it's like when you're in the flow. I've talked about this for 20 years. But these markers in time, like what we're going through right now, all the eclipses, everything that we went through in March, crazy ride that is. I'm still hearing we're still on it. But with tomorrow, there's so many culminations in the spirit thought realm that it's just going to feel really sad for some, overwhelming for others, and other people are just going to put the brakes on and they're going to say, no, I don't want to let go of these people from my past, no matter, even if they aren't supportive, even if they aren't the most loving, trustworthy, truthful people in the world. I don't want to do it. Just a little heads up. If you have set this as your goal or prescribed this for yourself before you incarnated here, it's going to happen no matter what. It's kind of the way it goes. So again, I keep feeling this. It's like a grieving sickness almost is how I'm hearing to say it to you today. It's a grieving sickness. We grieve for the past loves of our lives. We grieve for those who have left us behind, as well as for those who we are going to be leaving behind. It comes from a change of mind. It comes from a new directional experience in the wavelength of time. It comes from a new dimensional timeline. So our perception changes. Our frequency of light changes. It's almost like I'm hearing it that we have like antibodies of higher light. And it helps us to fight the lower light. So just like when you get sick or a dis-ease in your body, your immunities go to work, send out all those magnificent T cells and the antibodies and so on and so on and so on. There's quite an army of them. And they restore the body to health, homeostasis. It's the same way in the spiritual realm. There are these higher light antibodies that we have that kick in to help destroy the lower light within us, within our vibrancy cells of our light cell energy frequency bodies of light. And that's when we learn to let go. It's not like we particularly care for it. It's not like we want it in the moment. But after we've been through all of that shake up, the change up, we see the light. We see and understand why this had to be. Because we prescribed it before eternity. So it's part of our spiritual growth pattern, in other words. So I'm already feeling the grief. I'm feeling the grieving. I'm feeling the letting go. It's not that I particularly care to or want to, but I see that it needs to be done. And I'm going to have to move on, personally speaking. It's affecting the entire collective, though, at a group level. It's not just the individual. And I'm speaking as an individual for the collective dynamic. So there are some of us who are going to move ahead. We're going to move beyond any of our own expectations because we can't even see where we're going to be. But we have faith and we follow this on trust. And I'm hearing a not on lust. So lust is where you're greedy for things, you're needy for things. Oh, I want all that sex, I want all that money, I want that companionship, I want to look good in front of my friends. I want to drive a Mercedes-Benz and have lots of friends. That is so ego-driven. Can you see that now? If you were not able before, can you see that now? There are far higher reaches to go to aim towards as our goal. Our goal's in the higher light. It's not that we can't be satisfied and happy. We're actually happier in the higher light. So we're not losing or leaving behind anything of any importance anymore. So if you are feeling this, I'm leaving, that feeling of leaving, the feeling of grieving, the feeling of it's not been enough for me, I want more, then you are now going through your new ethereal door. God bless, we hope and give you so much more because we love you at our angelic core. God bless, we give you light and much more. We're speaking to you from our angelic core. Please don't be any longer at war within your eternal core. So in other words, don't fight yourselves anymore. Don't drag yourselves down to meet others' lower expectations. Feel free to be who you came here to be. That takes a lot of courage and strength and vitality, and as we've spoken of before, lots of willpower too. So blessings to you and to me too. We are your guardianship coming through, and we're speaking with you in a highly protective way. It's true, God bless. We give you love and peace as we always do. We cherish you. Thank you. Okay, so that's our little message for today. Just a little heads up, bit of a warning for how we're going to feel as we move through tomorrow and shift through those newer frequencies of light. If you have completions in your world, just know it's the right timing and go with the flow. Ask Spirit to show you which way to go. All right. If you so choose to have an appointment with us, a private session, you can go to the website www.healingourenergy.ca, and then we'll see you another day. All right. Take care of yourselves and others. Bye for now.